Hello, everybody. Welcome into the broadcast booth. I'm Cam Cross on a Wednesday evening from the Manley Center in Catonsville, Maryland. This evening, we have the Allegany College Trojans going against the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals. The Trojans come into this matchup 3-11 overall, 2-7 in conference, 1-5 away from their building. They are in 12th place in the NJCAA Region 20 standings. They have 2 conference wins against College of Southern Maryland on December 20th and Frederick Community College on January 15th. As for the Cardinals, they are 2-11 overall, 2-5 in conference, and 1-5 at home. A win back on January 15th against Montgomery College. Send it down to our public address announcer for opening ceremonies.
For homestanding Catonsville, starting at guard number 10, William Bell. Starting at forward, number 11, Serafina Stubbs. Starting at forward, number 12, Jada Malis. Starting at forward, number 15, Emily Bartlett. And starting at center, number 21, Jocelyn Fogel. The assistant coaches for Catonsville, Jasmine Jacobs, James Thomas, Darius Haney, and Andre Eiffel. And the head coach is Centurior Renwicks. Please welcome homestanding Catonsville. Allegany will be in the blue jerseys. They will be the guests on your scoreboard this afternoon. Catonsville, in the home white, will be the Cardinals on the scoreboard this afternoon. We thank you for taking time from your busy schedule to join us this afternoon. We invite you now to enjoy an afternoon of women's basketball. We wish best of luck to both schools. And we invite you to stick around for our 7 o'clock men's game featuring the same two schools, Allegany and Catonsville.
Welcome back into the broadcast booth. I'm Cam Crossett. We'll take a look at lineups real quickly for Allegany. Number 5, Kaijay Cash. Number 10, Lancia McCants. Number 21, Melee Reagan. Number 22, Mariah Taylor. Number 25, Kiara Hill. As for Catonsville, you have number 0, Malia Bell. Number 11, Serafina Stubbs. Number 12, Jada Malis. Number 15, Emily Bartlett. And number 21, Jocelyn Fogel. Referees are sending both teams to their respective benches before tip-off here in the Manley Center. As previously mentioned, both teams are struggling as of late. A win total of 3-11 for the Allegany College Trojans. As for Catonsville, their record is 2-11 overall. Catonsville looking to get back into the win column here in the Manley Center this evening. They dropped a tough road loss to Union College back on the 18th of January. They dropped a 98-36 loss to Union College up in New Jersey. We're back on home court tonight, taking on the Allegany College Trojans. Trojans are led by LaRae Allen, who is in her 6th season, and on the other side for the Cardinals, they're led by Centuria Renwicks in her 3rd season. Tip-off is upon us, and Stubbs has it for the Cardinals. She finds Fogel. Over the top to Malis in the corner, who's off. Stubbs has it. Stubbs, she gets it to go. First punch of the game for Serafina Stubbs, a 5'9" sophomore from Baltimore by way of Owings Mills High School. McCants has it for the Trojans. Over to Hill. Cross pass to Reagan, all alone. She's stripped by Stubbs. Malis had it for a moment. Taken away by Stubbs. Stubbs running. Stubbs over to Malia Bell. Bell back to Stubbs. Stubbs looking for Emily Bartlett to her right. She finds her. She has Malis. Malis over to Bell. Bell over to Fogel. Fogel cross pass to Bartlett. Bartlett finds Malia Bell for 3. She's off. Mariah Taylor gets the rebound. Mariah Taylor, a 5'6" forward from Baltimore by way of Sparrow Point. Hill has it for the Trojans. Over to McCants. McCants guarded by Bell. Back to Hill. Hill has it. She weaves inside Bartlett. She finds Cash. Cash intercepted by Malia Bell. Bell on the run. Bell over to Malis. It was a strong pass. Malis can't get up to it. As the ball will go into the Trojans' hands, Kiara Hill with the inbound. Substitution for Catonsville, and Unique Santiago takes the court. She is back in her 8th game this season. Santiago, a 5'6" first year from the Bronx by way of Carver Vocational. As Catonsville has the rebound. Malis has it. She goes up for it, it's off. Hill with the rebound. Hill over to McCants. McCants has it. McCants over to Reagan, who's off. Malay Bell has the rebound. Bell. She's guarded by Cash. She went up for it. She missed. Melis with the rebound. Over to Santiago. This is Santiago's first action of the new year. Santiago is looking for Malia Bell. Ball's out of bounds. Catonsville does remain with possession. Santiago averages 2.9 points on the season and a 62% free throw shooter. Melis has it for Catonsville. Melis guarded by McCants. Over to Bell. Bell traveled. So the ball will go back to Allegany as they're looking for their first points of the game. As McCants has it for the Trojans. Over to Hill. Hill guarded by Bartlett. Hill still has it. It's intercepted by Stubbs. Stubbs, who's guarded by Cash. Over to Bell. Bell weaves past Taylor, floats it up, does not go. Turnover. Ball went out of bounds. Allegany has possession. McCants has it. Lanacia McCants, a 5'2" first year from Richmond, Virginia, by way of John Marshall. McCants averages 10.2 points per game, is a 36% three-point shooter, and a 40% free throw shooter. As Reagan has the ball now for the Trojans. Over to Taylor. Taylor is guarded by Santiago. Maria Taylor over to Reagan. Reagan's got it. Cross past the McCants. Shot clock expires as the ball was being shot. Did not go in. As Santiago's got it over to Bartlett. Bartlett. Back to Santiago. Over to Melis for three. Jada Melis off. Rebound. Bartlett's got it. Santiago tried to get it as it slipped out of Bartlett's hands. Turnover as the Trojans take possessions. And a foul was called on Unique Santiago, her first of the evening. Santiago stripped it away from Kiara Hill. She has possession. Santiago stop and pop. She drains it. Off the backboard and in for Unique Santiago. Timeout called by LaRae Allen and the Trojans. They're going to talk things over. As both teams are struggling offensively in this 2024-25 campaign, they both look to turn things around with a win tonight. We'll see if Catonsville has that extra advantage, as they do have Jocelyn Fogel. She is back. Did not have much action last game against Monroe. She was coming off a 23-point game against Montgomery College back on January 15th. In which the Cardinals had their first home win of the season and their first conference win of the season. As McCants has it for the Trojans. She has Kiara Hill to her right. She flips it over to Reagan, who's off. As Fogel gets the rebound. Over to Santiago. Santiago finds Melis. Melis back to Santiago. Finds Fogel to her left. Fogel. She tried to pass it to Melis, but it was a kicked ball by Maylee Reagan. It went out of bounds. But Catonsville has possession. Santiago finds Fogel in the paint. Back to Santiago. Nice pass. Santiago, she just can't get it into the basket. As Allegany has it now. McCants. Over to Hill. Hill. Back to Taylor. Over to Reagan in the post. Reagan flips it up. Just misses as Stubbs gets the rebound. Over to Santiago, who finds Melis all alone. Melis shoots. She's off. As Reagan gets the rebound for the Trojans. Over to McCants. McCants finds Hill. Hill has Reagan to her right. Over to McCants in the corner. McCants guarded by Santiago. Over to Cash. Flips it over to Reagan. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Taylor's got it. She misses. Santiago with the rebound for the Cardinals. Over to Stubbs. Has Melis in the corner. Over to Santiago. Over to Melis. Back to Stubbs. Finds Santiago. They're going around the court here. Back to Melis. Over to Fogel. Fogel puts it up. She's fouled. Foul called on Mariah Taylor. That'll be her first. As Jocelyn Fogel will head to the free throw line. Fogel, a 62.4% free throw shooter. She gets the first one to go. Fogel misses the second as Cardinals have a 5-0 lead. Just 3 minutes left in the first quarter. As Reagan has it, flips it up, can't get it to go. As McCants with the rebound. Over to Cash, who sinks it for the first punch of the game for Allegany. Kayaja Cash, who sinks that first points of the game, a sophomore from Cumberland, Maryland, by way of Fort Hill. On the other side, Stubbs had it, was stripped by McCants, who goes coast to coast, puts it up, does not go. She gets her own rebound, puts it up again. That one's off. Reagan right there. Ball's going out of bounds. She saves it over to Taylor. Back to Cash at the corner. Over to Reagan. 8 seconds left. Back to Hill, who floats it. She's off. Fogel right there with the rebound. Santiago's got it. She's guarded by McCants. She finds Fogel to her right. Fogel over to Bartlett. Bartlett, she's off. As Cash gets the rebound for Allegany. McCants has it. Long pass to Reagan, who's intercepted by Fogel. Jocelyn Fogel stole it from Malie Reagan, and she goes right to the basket. She is not fouled there by Taylor. She gets her own rebound. She's off. As Taylor gets the rebound for the Trojans. Over to McCants. McCants. Over to Reagan. Reagan guarded by Bartlett. Over to Cash. She finds Hill and swatted away by Serafina Stubbs as that ball went out of bounds. Allegany will remain with possession as Hill has it. Kiara Hill, a 5'7" sophomore from Winchester, Virginia, by way of Millbrook. A foul was called there. Mariah Taylor, will go to the free throw line as Jaden Melis will pick up that foul.
Taylor shoots one more.
Mariah Taylor is a 40% free throw shooter on the season. She gets the first, misses the second, as Santiago gets the rebound. Stubbs has it for Catonsville. She weaves between two defenders. She floats it up, doesn't go. She gets her own rebound, puts it home. Extends the lead to 5. As McCants has the ball now for Allegany. She has Cash to her right. Cash guarded by Santiago. Over to Reagan. Reagan back to Cash. Went off of the hands of Kajay Cash. Melis has it for Catonsville. Floats it up. Doesn't go. As a foul was called by Emily Bartlett. Ball stolen away by Bartlett. She's all alone. She has Hill and McCants behind her. Bartlett floats it up and in. She's got it. Emily Bartlett with a nice defensive read. She was all alone with that interception, and she went right to the rack. She got it up and in. Great scoring by Bartlett as the ball's back with Allegany. McCants has it. McCants over to Reagan. Over to Hill in the paint. Back to McCants for three. She's off. Melis with the rebound. Melis has got it. She's looking for Bartlett. It was intercepted by McCants. Bartlett got it back, flips it up. She's off as Taylor gets the rebound for Allegany. Trojans settle things down as McCants has it. McCants over to Hill. Hill, she finds Reagan between two defenders, is fouled. Stubbs got her on the back. That's Stubbs' first foul of the game. As Hill has it. Hill guarded by Santiago. Over to Reagan. Reagan in the paint. Floats it up. Doesn't go. As Stubbs has it. As the end of the first quarter is upon us here in the Manley Center, Catonsville leads 9-2. Low-scoring game so far. A lot of missed opportunities on both sides, but Catonsville had those early points, followed it up with a couple free throws to maintain that 9-2 lead as we head into the second quarter. Catonsville has gotten themselves in some foul trouble. Already 4 fouls in the first quarter. 1 each on Santiago, Melis, Bartlett, and Stubbs. I'm sure both coaches are trying to figure out how to score more in this game. Going into this game, we thought that it was going to be a low-scoring affair. Kind of seeing how these 2 seasons have played out for both of these clubs. As the horn sounds, in the second quarter is upon us as Melee Reagan will get the inbound pass for Allegany over to McCants. McCants finds Hill, who's guarded by Melis. Hill, she finds Cash down the court. Cash, stop and pop. Can't get it to go. As Bartlett has it for Catonsville. Over to Santiago. Santiago has Stubbs outright. Stubbs fouled. As it was Lenacia McCants with that foul.
Allegany foul number 10, Lenacia McCants, her first, team's first.
That's McCants' second foul. As the possession will remain with Catonsville. As a substitution comes on to the court for Allegany as number 14, Carmen Weitzel. Weitzel, a 5'5" point guard from Maysville, West Virginia. Weitzel is averaging 5.2 points per game, is a 66% three-point shooter and a 36% free throw shooter. Stubbs goes to the line. She gets the first. She'll get the second. As Catonsville extends her lead 11-2. Weitzel's got it for Allegany over to McCants. Back to Reagan all alone. Weitzel in the corner, guarded by Melis. Weitzel Over to Cash, who was fouled in the process by,
Catonsville foul
by
number 15
Emily
on
Bartlett.
Bartlett, her
That's her second.
Team's first.
As Kajay Cash will get the inbound pass over to Carmen Weitzel. Finds Lanacia McCants in the corner. Over to Reagan. Back to Weitzel. Guarded by Santiago. Weitzel. Over to Hill. Weitzel's right there. Spins between three defenders. She floats it up as the shot clock expires, and she can't get it to go. Weitzel gets her own rebound. She settles things down over to McCants. McCants. Cross pass to Weitzel in the corner. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Weitzel puts it up, doesn't go. Is Malis with the rebound. Malis over to Bartlett. Bartlett's there. Over to Stubbs in the quarter. She puts it up. She's off. As Hill gets the rebound. Weitzel has it for Allegany. Weitzel over to Cash. Cash. Over to Reagan. Over to Weitzel. It's guarded by Malis. Flipped it over to Kiara Hill, who was fouled by Stubbs. That's Stubbs' second.
Team's second.
As Weitzel gets it for the Trojans. Over to Hill for three. Hill's off. Santiago with the rebound. Santiago finds Bartlett out wide. Back to Malia Bell. Nice pass, nice finish. Catonsville extends their lead 13-2. Malia Bell all alone, right underneath the basket. And she just laid it up and in. Gives the Cardinals an 11-point lead. As Weitzel has it for Allegany. Weitzel over to Hill. Hill back to Weitzel in the corner. Weitzel's off. So a foul was called.
Allegany foul number 25, Kiara Hill.
Foul was called on Kiara Hill. That'll be her first of the game. Catonsville has it. Malis with the ball. Over to Santiago. Over to Malia Bell all alone. Flips it up and in. She's fouled in the process. As Kiara Hill got her. She's pleading her case. But refs are not changing the calls. Malia Bell heads to the free throw line. As Bell, a 5'7" first year from Millsboro, Delaware, by way of Sussex Technical, had a 21-point outing against Garrett College back on January 9th. As Bell gets the first one to go but misses the second, as Catonsville has a 14-2 lead. As Kiara Hill picked up her second foul, as Allegany has possession. He has George, who was looking for McCants and went off the knee of Fogel. As Catonsville has possession, Malis has got it. Malis weaves between two defenders. Around Reagan, floats it up and in, doesn't go. Allegany's got possession. Weitzel. Weitzel's looking for Cash. Weitzel tries to find someone in the corner. She has Cash. Back to Weitzel for three. She's off. Malis with the rebound. Malis floats it up. Just doesn't go as Cash and Bartlett have a fight for it under the basket as Cash gets it. She finds Weitzel. Cross passes. Fogel strips it away as the ball goes out of bounds. Allegany gets possession as Serafina Stubbs checks into the game for Catonsville, as well as Mariah Taylor checks back in for Allegany. As Reagan has the ball for Allegany, who finds Wetzel over to Cash. Back to Reagan, over to Wetzel. Wetzel, he was looking for Taylor, but it went out of bounds. As the possession arrow will go with the Cardinals. Stubbs will get the inbound pass. Over to Santiago, who finds Bell in the corner. Over to Fogel. Fogel puts it up, doesn't go, as Taylor gets the rebound. She has Weitzel. Weitzel, she was looking for Cash, but stolen away by Malia Bell. She goes up for it, she's fouled. Weitzel, she gets the foul. That's her first.
Allegany foul number 14, Carmen Wetzel, her first. Team split. Cat Babineau for Catonsville.
Here's Wetzel. Picks up her first foul as Malia Bell goes back to the free throw line. Bell 1 of 2 on the night. She sinks the first one.
Bell makes the first, shoots one more.
Second one is off. This ball goes away from Taylor, where Bell had it. She was pushed in the process. Believe that was Weitzel coming in.
Foul number 14, Carmen Wetzel.
That was, and that'll be her second foul. It's Wetzel
2 for
picks up her second foul on that push as the ball went out of bounds, as Malia Bell was trying to keep the ball in bounds.
Bell shoots one more.
She misses the first one on the free throw attempt. She'll have one more. She's off on that one as McCants gets it for Allegany. McCants over to Wetzel. Wetzel guarded by Santiago. She finds Reagan. Reagan guarded by Bell. Has Taylor in the painted area. Over to McCants, guarded by Bartlett. Flips it out to Mariah Taylor, who can't get it to go. As the ball's back with Catonsville. If we have a substitution checking into the game, will be Kat Baymedelli. Baymedelli, a 5'6" first year from Owings Mills by way of Newtown High School. As Stubbs gets the rebound for Catonsville, flips it up, doesn't go. As Baymedelli had it for a moment, she couldn't get it to go. As Wetzel has it, she finds Reagan all alone. Bartlett, she comes up for it. Flips it out to Taylor, who floats it up and in. Mariah Taylor. That is the Trojans' first points of the quarter. 15-4 the score. As Bell has it for Catonsville over to Santiago. Tried to three-pointer, that one's off. Both teams having a rough night from the strike, and a rough scoring night overall. As the ball went out of bounds there, as Catonsville will take a timeout. Centera Renwicks will talk things over with their team. And they will try to find more scoring out of their offense, as LaRae Allen will do the same on her side. Just over 4 minutes left here inside the Manley Center on a Wednesday night in Catonsville, Maryland. Both teams go back onto the court from the timeout. as KJ Cash will get the inbound pass for the Trojans as a ref go over to the scoring table. Might have an issue with the clock, but it's all fixed, and we're back to play. As Cash gets it for the Trojans, she floats it up and in. Hajaya Cash, first points of the night. As Bell has it over to Santiago. Back to Bartlett. In the paint, she finds Stubbs. Stubbs is off. Bay Medelli was there with the rebound. She couldn't get it to go, but Leah Bell right behind her puts it in. 17-6 lead for Catonsville. McCants has it for the Trojans. Over to Wetzel. Back to Malie Reagan. Over to McCants. McCants has Reagan to her right. She finds Kajaya Cash. The ball's intercepted by Serafina Stubbs. Stubbs has it. Stubbs, she just lost possession of it. She was guarded by Wetzel. She claims she was pushed by Wetzel, and she doesn't like it. As Catonsville has possession. Believe Bartlett, they claim she stepped out of bounds. Fans don't like it.
12, Jada Bayless, 21, Jocelyn Fogel for Catonsville.
As possession will go with Allegany. As Malis and Fogel will check back in for the Cardinals. As Wetzel has possession for the Trojans. Over to McCants. Over to Wetzel. She finds Cash. Cash guarded by Bell. Over to Wetzel. Back to Reagan. Reagan traveled. His possession will go back with the Cardinals. Stubbs will do inbound pass over to Bell. 17-6 lead, just over 2.5 minutes to go inside the Manley Center in this first half. As Malis has it over to Bell. Bell, guarded by Wetzel. Weaves between McCants. She's looking for Fogel. She finds Stubbs. Shot clock at 9. Over to Malis. Malis to Bell. Finds Fogel in the paint. Fogel weaves around Taylor. Puts it up, and it rattles it home. Jocelyn Fogel now has 3 points on the night. As Wetzel gets it. Over to Cash. As Cash finds McCants all alone. McCants goes into paint. She loses control of it. It's Reagan's right there to pick it up. Flips it back to McCants. She puts it up. It doesn't go in. As Malis has it. Malis over to Stubbs. The foul was called. Number 22, Mariah Taylor.
Allegany foul number 22, Mariah Taylor.
It's Taylor's second. As Stubbs will go to the free throw line. Stubbs gets that one. 76.1% free throw shooter on the season. She gets the second. Serafina Stubbs makes them both, extends the lead 21-6. Just over 90 seconds to play in the first half. As McCants gets it for Allegany. Over to Wetzel. Weaves in the painted area around Bartlett. Wetzel still with possession. She put it up, but it was swatted away. As Catonsville has possession, Malia Bell goes right to the rack, puts it up and in. What a play by Malia Bell. Just under a minute to go here in the Manley Center. As Cash was looking for Wetzel, but the ball just got away from her. She picked it back up though. Put it up, it was off. So McCants gets the rebound over to Reagan. Reagan flips it out to Wetzel. Over to Taylor, who saves it from going out of bounds. It was stolen away, though, by Bell. Bell has Stubbs out to her left. Stubbs pushes past Cash, puts it up, doesn't go. Stubbs looking for the rebound as Malis picks it up with just under 25 seconds left to go. Stubbs has it. Stubbs over to Fogel. Fogel, no look to Stubbs. She traveled. What a pass by Jocelyn Fogel. She had Stubbs right behind her, but Stubbs went out of bounds as the possession arrow goes with Allegany. McCants has it. Just over 7 seconds to go here. It's Wetzel. She's looking for Reagan. As the horn sounds here in the Manley Center, as halftime is upon us, Catonsville takes a commanding 23-8 lead going into halftime.
Out the basket by 10, Monasia McCantus.
So McCants gets the bucket to go at the buzzer. But Catonsville will take a 23-8 lead heading into the half. We'll take a quick look at stats for both squads. We'll first look at the Trojans. Kyaja George leads with 4 points for the Trojans. So McCants has 2, and Taylor has 2 on the other side. For the Cardinals, Stubbs with 8, Malia Bell with 8, Fogel with 3, and Bartlett with 2. Both teams will talk things over in the locker rooms, and we'll be back in just under 15 minutes for the second half. Stay with us on CCBC Catonsville YouTube channel. Welcome back inside the Manley Center. I'm Cam Crossett with you on a Wednesday evening. Start of the second half between Allegany and Catonsville. Catonsville has a 23-8 lead going into the second half. We'll take a look real quick at stats. Allegany had a tough first half, just 4 of 28. Field goal percentage, 14.3. Could not shoot a 3. They were 0 for 4. And they are 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Catonsville, they struggled as well. It's just 8 of 33. Field goal percentage just 24.2. 3-point percentage, just shot 1 3 there by Jada Malis. And then the free throw was 7 of 12 from 3 as Malia Bell went to the strike a few times. She has 3 free throws on the night as we're back to action as Serafina Stubbs has the ball as Jada Malis, just as I say her name, goes up for the 3. She's off as McCants picks it up for Allegany. A carrying violation by McCants as the ball goes back to Catonsville. Both teams try to pad their scoring totals in the second half and stay out of foul trouble, as both teams have 3 players with 2 fouls in the first half, and then 2 players each with 1 foul. As Stubbs has possession for Catonsville, she got it stripped by Hill. McCants has it for Allegany. McCants over to Hill. She's got it. She was off. She went up for it. She couldn't get it to go as McCants comes up hobbling. As Bell has it for the Cardinals, and she lays it up and in. Malia Bell now with 10 points on the night as Reagan has it for the Trojans. She goes up, just off the rim as Malis gets the rebound for the Cardinals. Malis over to Fogel. Fogel in the lane, flips it up. That doesn't go. She gets her own rebound. That one goes. Jocelyn Fogel now with 5 points on the night. McCants has it for Allegany. She floats it up. Little underhand throw into the basket. It was off. His possession will go with Catonsville. Trojans' scoring drought was just 4 points scored in the first 15 minutes of play here in the Manley Center. They were able to get that point as the shot clock expired and the first half expired. So a little momentum boost for the Trojans as Jocelyn Fogel drains that one. A little stop and pop as Fogel puts that one in. Now his score is 29-8. As Hill has it for the Trojans, shoots for 3. She misses. As Stubbs, guarded by Taylor. Fogel has it. Fogel weaves between 3 defenders. She lays it up and in. She pushes Mariah Taylor to the court. As she put that basketball up and in, Catonsville is a 31-8 lead. As McCants has it for the Trojans. Just flips it over to Reagan. She's off again. Malis with the rebound. Malis has got it. Over to Bell. Back to Fogel, who just going right through this defense. Misses that one. But still, as the Trojans see Fogel coming down the lane, they just move out of the way as she goes up for her shot. Maylee Reagan puts it home for the Trojans. Now have 10 points on the night. As their 5th basket. As Reagan has her first points of the game. As Fogel Goes back to the rack and puts it home. McCants has it. Goes right to the rack. Couldn't get it though. Is Reagan with the rebound. Reagan. She's looking for Cash. It was stolen by Malis. And a double dribble was called by Jada Malis. Called on Jayla Malis, excuse me. As Cash has the inbound pass over to Hill. As Hill has Cash over to Reagan. Reagan to Taylor. Taylor. She lost possession of that. As Stubbs has it. Stubbs. Over to Bell. Over to Malis. Back to Bell for three. She's all alone. That one's off. It's Fogel with the rebound. Fogel's off. As McCants with the rebound. That last shot by Taylor was Trojans' first points of the third quarter. As Reagan has it for the Trojans. As it went off the backboard and into the arms of Jocelyn Fogel for the rebound. She goes coast to coast, can't get it up and in. Malis fighting for it. She puts it up, she can't get it to go. Over to Stubbs. She can't get it to go. As three players had opportunities to make this a 35-10 ball game, they couldn't get it done. As Trojans have it, Reagan puts it up. The scoring woes continue for the Trojans, as they will remain with possession as that ball went out of bounds. Cap Maymedelli checking back in to the game along with Unique Santiago, as Bartlett and Fogel will take a seat. As Cash with the inbound pass over to Reagan. Reagan over to Hill. Hill finds McCants. Over to Cash for three in the corner. He's off. Reagan right there with the rebound. Cross pass to McCants. Tries again for a three. She's off. As Reagan saved it in bounds, and a foul was called. Allegany went for back-to-back threes and missed both of them. Maymedelli picks up the rebound. Excuse me, the foul, as Maymedelli's first on the night. As McCants has it. Over to Hill for three. It was off once more as Reagan went for it. She was pushed out of bounds by Malis. Cash has it for the Trojans. Over to Hill. Hill cross pass to McCants. McCants weaves past Malis. Can't get it to go. Another missed opportunity for the Trojans. As Taylor's got it. She was fouled and she'll go to the line. Trojans are a great rebounding team, just can't finish. As Maymedelli will pick up her second. Her second foul. Substitutions for the Cardinals. Fogel and Bartlett will check back in as Santiago and Stubbs will take a seat. So Maymedelli with two quick fouls. As Taylor heads to the free throw line, she gets the first one. Mariah Taylor, a 5'6" sophomore from Baltimore by way of Sparrows Point. She's off on the second. 33-11 the score for Catonsville. As Bell puts it up, goes off the backboard. Fogel's right there with the rebound. She puts it up, can't get it to go. As Bartlett gets it, she can't get it to go. Bell, she's in a tie-up underneath the basket with Taylor.
Possession, Allegany.
Allegany with possession. As Taylor stole the ball right out of Bell's hands. As the Trojans get possession. Just over 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. As Cash flips it over to McCants. With a wide open basket. She misses. As Malis. She's trying to find Bell. It was stripped by Hill as a foul was called. A reach in. I believe but Jada Malis on the foul. Indeed, that is Malis. She picks up her second foul of the game. Her first this half. As Kat Mamadeli will take a seat. As Santiago will head back into the court. As Reagan has possession for the Trojans. Reagan flips it up. Can't get it to go. A foul was called. Santiago with the foul. Picks up her second. Reagan is off on the first free throw. She gets the second. Millie Reagan now has 3 points on the night. As Bell gets it over to Malis, who shoots it just off the back iron and out. As Hill has the rebound for the Trojans. Over to McCants. McCants to Reagan. Over Fogel's off. As Malis over to Bell. Bell. She's fouled. As Kiara Hill on that foul. That is Hill's third of the game. First of the quarter.
Allegany foul number 25, Kiara Hill, her third, team's first.
As Bell with the inbound pass over to Bartlett. Over to Fogel, who lays it up and in. 35-12 the lead for Catonsville. Please keep in mind there's a second game right behind this one. Tip-off set for 7 p.m. between the men's team. Catonsville will go up against Allegany at 7 p.m. As Bell puts it up, he's fouled. There was a travel called as well. So that will cancel out the foul. As the possession will go with Allegany. It's Reagan. Puts it in. It's Reagan's. Now has 7 points on the night. As Bell has it for the Cardinals over to Bartlett, who weaves past Hill. Stolen away by Hill as McCants picks it up over to Reagan. She was in a battle with Malis as that ball went out of bounds. Here's Reagan. Hits the deck. Just under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Cash with it. She's off. She gets up. She picks up her own rebound. Stolen away by Santiago. All alone is Malia Bell. She floats it up and in. Beautiful pass. Beautiful finish by Malia Bell. The ball was stolen away by Cash. Santiago's got it. Lays it up, lays it in. Unique Santiago. Just under 30 seconds to play here in the third quarter. As McCants gets it. Hill has it. Over to Taylor, who's fouled. So Taylor will go back to the free throw line. Malis will pick up her third foul. Taylor gets the first one. She'll get the second one. So Taylor makes them both. This is now a 39-16 ball game. So we reached the end of the third quarter here in the Manley Center.
That is the end of the third quarter,
A 23-point lead for the Cardinals. So going to the fourth quarter here tonight in the Manley Center. Catonsville in complete control of this game. Going to try to find a way to add to it. As on the other side, the Trojans have to find a way to get back into this one. It was a much better third quarter for the Trojans. We'll take a look at live stats for you. As the Trojans scored eight points in that third quarter to Catonsville's 14. And they had a few free throws go in by way of Mariah Taylor, who shot 4 free throws in that third quarter. As the fourth quarter is upon us. It's a very fast-moving game here in the Manley Center. As a reminder, the men's team will tip off against Allegany at 7 p.m. right here on Catonsville YouTube channel. Back to action. Malia Bell has got it for the Cardinals over to Bartlett. Stolen away by McCants. McCants over to Reagan. Has Wetzel checked back into the game. Wetzel over to McCants. Over to Reagan. Back to Wetzel, who has Hill. Over to Taylor, over to Reagan for 3. He's off. The rebound was picked up by Allegany as the shot clock
violation.
went off as a shot clock violation for the Trojans. As now Coach Renwicks wants to talk things over, as they have a 39-16 lead. Both teams head back onto the court. Coach Allen still talking things over with her team, as the Trojans will take the court. Santiago's got it. Over to Bartlett. Bartlett traveled. Mariah Taylor was in the process of stealing the ball away from her, but Bartlett couldn't keep possession. She took too many steps. The traveling violation is called as Hill has it for the Trojans over to Wetzel. Wetzel back to McCants. McCants cross pass to Taylor, guarded by Stubbs. Taylor flips it up. He's off. As Bartlett will get the rebound over to Santiago, who finds Fogel, who lays it up and in. Jocelyn Fogel with the teardrop floater. Scores 41-16, Catonsville. McCants has it. Over to Hill. Couldn't get the rebound. Wetzel has it. She couldn't maintain possession, but the foul was called. Ball went out of bounds as Wetzel will go to the free throw line. Malia Bell picks up that foul. That's Bell's first foul of the evening. Shot was put up by Regan. She got her own rebound, put it home. As Bell has it over to Stubbs, who traveled. Back-to-back traveling violations called on the Cardinals. Vivia Smith checks into the game for the Cardinals. Smith, a 5'7" first year from Catonsville, by way of Catonsville. Smith seeing action just for the third time all season. As Hill had possession for the Allegany, was stolen away by Stubbs. But then it was stolen away again by Hill. Lousy offensive possession for both teams. As Kiera Hill stripped it away and put it up, put it in. She'll go to the free throw line for an and one opportunity in an attempt to make it a three-point play. Shot is off. For Hill is the three-point play is not completed. Catonsville will take possession. Malis puts it up. Is off. Fogel and Stubbs right there with the rebound, but McCants brings it down, and she's guarded by Smith. Over to Taylor in the paint. Foul is called, and the shot is made by Mariah Taylor. Fogel on the foul. That's her first. As Taylor now has 9 points on the night. Taylor completes the three-point play as the score is now 41-23. Trojans are on a 7-0 run.
Allegany foul number 22, Mariah Taylor, the third. Team's first.
As Malia Bell will go to the free throw line. This is Bell's third trip to the line tonight. Bell already has 3 made free throws on the night. As Bell misses the first one. And Bell makes the second.
Bell makes 1 out of 2 for Catonsville.
So Bell has now 4 free throws made on the night. as Wetzel get possession for the Trojans. Looking for McCants, went out of bounds. The offensive struggles continue for the Trojans. As a possession arrow will go with Catonsville. Stubbs has it over to Fogel. Fogel over to Bell. Bell spots up. That one's off. Just a little, the rebound a little too far for the Cardinals as Wetzel picks it up. She was looking to put it in, but ball went out of bounds. So foul was called in the process on Malia Bell. That's Bell's second foul on the night. As Wetzel will go back to the free throw line for the second time. Wetzel misses the first one. She can't get the second one to go. Carmen Wetzel, a 5'5" first year from Maysville, West Virginia. She went up for it the second time. She's fouled again, this time by Stubbs. Excuse me, Jada Malis on that foul. It's her fourth of the night. As Wetzel go back to the free throw line. Looking for her first free throw of the night. She's got it. Carmen Wetzel. It's her first free throw and her first points of the night. She's off on her second free throw. Taylor's got it. Cross pass to Wetzel, who's guarded by Fogel. Wetzel shoots it over Fogel. The teardrop floater goes in. Three-pointer for Carmen Wetzel. The foot was on the line, but the refs say it's a three. As Fogel on the other end tried to lay it up, she was fouled in the process. Mariah Taylor gets her on the foul. That's Taylor's third. Fogel will go to the free throw line. That tough shot was made by Carmen Wetzel on that previous play, as Fogel had it for Catonsville with the left hook, but she just couldn't get it to go, but she was fouled in the process. As her first free throw was off and the second goes in. 1 out of 2 free throws made for Jocelyn Fogel. As Allegany gets possession. McCants has it. McCants over to Wetzel. Wetzel has McCants in the corner. She's off as Bell with the rebound. She has Hill out in front. Bell settles things down. She finds Stubbs. Stubbs in the paint. Puts it up, doesn't go. 43-27 the score, just over 5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. As Wetzel has possession. Wetzel over to Hill. Weaves inside of Bell. Passes it over to Wetzel near midcourt. Over to Hill. Hill finds Reagan, who has Taylor in the corner. She's off. As both players go to the court, Bartlett and McCants. Ball goes out of bounds. As possession will remain with Allegany. Kiara Hill with the inbound pass. Hill over to Wetzel. Wetzel. Traveled. Wetzel can't believe it. She's looking for an explanation from the referee. This possession will go back with Catonsville. Stubbs has it. Stubbs floats it up and in. Tough shot by Serafina Stubbs, and that one goes in.
Individual basket number 11, Serafina Stubbs.
As McCants gets it for the Trojans over to Taylor. Who's guarded by Malis in the paint. Taylor off the back iron. Rebound by Regan, who was fouled in the process, and Regan will go to the free throw line.
Catonsville foul number 12, Jada Malis.
Malis on the foul. That's Malis' 5th foul of the game. It's Malis. Fouls out as Fogel will come back on for Catonsville.
Reagan makes the first, shoots 1-1.
Reagan gets the first one to go. And she gets the second to go. As Regan makes both free throws, scores 45-29. Catonsville, just over 4 minutes to go here in the Manley Center. On the other end, Santiago shot it from a tough angle, was off as Wetzel with the rebound. Wetzel guarded by Bartlett and Stubbs. She's trying to figure out what to do with it. It's stolen away, but foul was called. Stubbs doesn't like it. Wetzel will go back to the free throw line, coming off that three-pointer she made on the previous possession. She gets the first one to go. She's off on the second, but the Trojans have cut this down to a 15-point game, 45-30 to score. Catonsville led by as many as 19, as Stubbs has it. Stubbs over to Santiago, over to Fogel, guarded by Taylor. Fogel stripped away by Reagan as Wetzel picks it up. Back to Reagan, floats it in. Maylee Reagan now has 11 points on the night as Fogel has it for the Cardinals. He was stolen away by McCants and turnover by the Trojans. So slowly but surely they're coming back into this one. 45-32 the score, just over 3 minutes to go here in the Manley Center. Keep in mind the men's team will tip off at 7 p.m. against the Allegany men. McCants is fouled.
Allegany foul number 25, Kara Hill, her 4th. Team's 3rd.
The possession arrow will go with Catonsville as Bell has it. Over to Santiago, who has Stubbs out to her left. Stubbs in the paint, doesn't go. It's Fogel, tried for the rebound. Ball went out of bounds. Allegany with possession.
Allegany with a full timeout.
As Coach Allen wants to talk things over. It's her team down by 13. With just over 2.5 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Allen likes what she sees in this fourth quarter from her squad, but she's looking for more offensive production. She will talk things over to her team in this timeout. And on the other side, Coach Renwick's trying to figure out what is slowly falling off the rails for the Cardinals as they're keeping things together. As of now, with a 13-point lead, just over 2.5 minutes to go here. Both teams take the court. As Hill will get the inbound pass over to McCants. McCants over to Hill. Has Reagan. Flips it out to Wetzel. Wetzel pass to Reagan. Reagan floats it up, doesn't go. Fogel with the rebound. Catonsville is trying to settle things down here. Just over 2 minutes to go as Bell flipped it up and in, was off. As Allegany with another rebound. Wetzel weaves past Bartlett, flips it out to McCants, over to Hill. Hill has Wetzel to her right. Back to Taylor, under the basket, and a foul is called, so Taylor will head to the free throw line with an opportunity to shoot two. As Stubbs picks up her fourth foul. Maitlis already fouled out with 5 points. And Stubbs now with 4. As Vivian Smith and Kat Bamadelli check back into the game for Catonsville. As Fogel and Bartlett will take a seat. Taylor gets the first. Does not get the second. Bamadelli with the rebound while she traveled. She talks things over with Vivian Smith. As Allegany will get possession. Wetzel for 3. Off the backboard, no good. As Bell has it for the Cardinals. Flips it up and in, she's got it. Malia Bell has those points for Catonsville. So he extends the lead to 47-33 as Santiago gets it for the Cardinals. Sloppy passing by the Trojans results in a turnover. As Bell has it over to Stubbs. Reagan tried to swat it away with just 1 minute to play here. But Stubbs keeps possession, puts it up, rattles home, doesn't go. As Wetzel pulls back as that ball goes out of bounds. As Santiago will get the inbound pass over to Bell. Bell has it. Splits between two defenders. And a traveling violation called. Instead of passing it over to Vivian Smith, who was to her right, she tried to go between two defenders. And she took too many steps. As the possession arrow will go with the Trojans, just over 35 seconds left to play here in the fourth quarter. As Hill has it. Puts it up, doesn't go. As Santiago with possession. Goes behind the back to Taylor to remain with possession as Taylor tried to swat it away. Just over 15 seconds to play here. Santiago is doing all she can to keep possession. She finds Stubbs. 2.5 seconds left. Stubbs puts it in. As Coach Allen talking to her team. They're just going to dribble it out as the horn sounds and Catonsville gets the victory 47-33, your final score tonight. So the Cardinals are back in the win column. They're now 3-11 overall in the season. That's her second conference win. As they have some time off, they'll play Prince George Community College next.
Before you leave the campus, and we wish you a pleasant afternoon and a safe drive home. If you're sticking around with
As
us,
the men's team will tip off at 7 p.m. against the Allegany men's team. Once again, the Cardinals improved to 3-11 overall, and the Trojans will drop to 3-12 overall. Just 2-8 in conference. We'll take a quick look at stats, have a post-game summary before we take a 25-minute break, and the men's team will take the court at 7 p.m. We'll first take a look at stats. Scoring leaders for the Cardinals. Malia Bell finishes with 17 points. As for the Trojans, Maylee Reagan finishes with 11 points. Both teams struggled offensively, just under 50 points scored by the Cardinals. As Trojans had a 17% field goal percentage on the night and had that 1 3-pointer made by Carmen Wetzel. And on the other side, the Cardinals had a 27% field goal percentage on the night. Did not shoot any threes, but did make 9 free throws. Well, that's all for the Catonsville women's game against Allegany. The final score, 47-33. Keep it right here on Catonsville YouTube channel. We'll have tip-off from the Manley Center in about 25 minutes. Cam Crossett signing off.
verbal and physical harassment.
Welcome into the broadcast booth. I'm Cam Crossett. You're ready for a tip-off in the men's basketball game against Allegany. We'll take a look at stats from both teams. As for Allegany, they're 8-11 overall, 6-5 in conference, 5-7 away from their building. Their last win came against Hartford back on January 22nd, 70-57 to score. They had a tough loss in their last game against Potomac State back on January 25th out in Kaiser, West Virginia. They sit in 11th place in the NJCAA Region 20 standings. They're coached by Tommy Reams. Tommy is in his 12th season at the helm of the Trojans basketball team and is also the athletic director of the Allegany College of Maryland. As for Catonsville, they are 9-7 overall, 4-3 in conference. Had a big home win last Friday night against CCBC Dundalk, an 87-82 win. It was a big momentum booster for Coach Prelo and his staff as they look to continue things tonight here in the Manley Center, home against the Trojans of Allegany College. Spoke to Coach Prelo before the game. He said it was really what this college needed and what this team needed. He said it was one of the biggest wins in program history against their rivals last Friday night at home again inside the Manley Center. We'll take it up down to public address announcer for opening ceremonies.
Now let's meet tonight's starters and coaches, beginning with the visitors from Allegany. Starting at guard, number 2, Jalen Brown. Starting at forward, number 4, Alex Bird. Starting at forward, number 14, Lewis Couch. Starting at guard, number 15, Gabriel Jones. And starting at forward, number 23, Katie Corpin. The assistant coaches for Allegany, Justin Cotton, John Turner, and Shane Scott, and the head coach is Tommy Reams. Please welcome the visitors from Allegany. For homestanding Catonsville, starting at guard, number 2, Karis Scott. Starting at forward, number 3, Caleb Gray. Starting at guard, number 11, Lance Porter. Starting at guard, number 12, Cameron Sampson. And starting at guard, number 15, Michael Morgan. The assistant coaches for Catonsville, Jordan Miles and Ashley Savage. And the head coach is TJ Prelo. Please welcome homestanding Catonsville. Allegany will be in the blue jerseys.
We'll take a quick look at lineups and rosters for both squads. Jalen Brown, Alex Bird, Lewis Couch, Gabriel Jones, and Caden Shore-Penning, the starting 5 for the Trojans. On the other side, for the Cardinals is Karis Scott, Caleb Gray, Lance Porter, Cam Sampson, and Micah Morgan. Catonsville in their home whites with the red trim. Allegany in their road blues with the green trim. As tip-off is just upon us here in the Manley Center. As Lewis Couch and Lance Porter in the circle. And we're off and running from the Manley Center. Tip-off won by the Trojans as Bird has it. Bird over to Brown. Brown guarded by Scott. Jalen Brown, a 5'8" first year from Norwalk, Connecticut, by way of Norwalk. Stolen away by the Cardinals. Karis Scott flips out to Cam Sampson, who's making his first start of the season. Sampson, a 6'1" first year from Richmond, Virginia. And Sampson lays it up and in for the first points of the night. As Brown has it for the Trojans, flips it out to Gabriel Jones for 3. He's off. That ball went out of bounds. Catonsville gets possession. So an early quick start for Catonsville is out and running 2-0. Sloppy pass by Gabe Jones. That ball goes out of bounds. Morgan over to Porter, who flushes it home. Porter with a slam dunk. As Brown has it now for the Trojans. Brown over to Bird. Bird fighting with Sampson. Sampson stole it away. Sampson out and running. He's got Porter. Porter tried to lay it in again. But he rattled the rim a little too much. He couldn't get that one to go. As Allegany on the other end traveled, Jalen Brown took too many steps. As possession will go back with Catonsville. So Catonsville has a strong start to this one. As Allegany has played a few close contests this season, they had a triple overtime win against Garrett back on November 26th to start conference play. Last game, they came off an 86-88 loss to Potomac State as Caleb Gray flushes the three-pointer, and Catonsville jumps to a 7-0 lead. As Coach Reams takes a timeout, he has to talk things over with his team. As Catonsville, as mentioned in the open, a huge momentum booster after beating their rivals CCBC Dundalk 87-82 last Friday here in the Manley Center. They look to keep things going tonight against Allegany. Both teams come out of the timeout. Was able to chat with Coach Prillo earlier today. He says these are the type of wins you need against schools like Allegany. He said the record doesn't show what they actually put out onto the court. He said they're a very high-scoring team. It puts a lot of baskets in the hoop early and often. Said looking to slow them down, and that's exactly what they've done so far. Just 2 minutes into this ball game, they 7-0 lead so far, and a traveling violation called by Lewis Couch, a 6'6" first year from Centerville, Virginia, by way of SMD Christian Academy. As Morgan has possession over to Lance Porter, has Sampson, who finds Porter under the basket. Kara Scott's got it. Over to Gray. Gray loses possession. Caleb Gray, coming off a great game last week against CCBC Dundalk, where he made his first start of the season. They call him KG, 6'4" sophomore out of Washington, D.C. by way of Friendship Collegiate Academy. On the other end, Allegany with the first points of the game as Alex Bird puts it in. As Porter has it for the Cardinals over to Morgan, Micah Morgan. He floats it up and in as a 9-2 lead. Micah Morgan, a 6'1" sophomore from Orange, Connecticut by way of West Nottingham Academy. On the other end, Gabe Jones tried the three-pointer. That was off. As Porter has it for Catonsville, flips it out to Micah Morgan, who's guarded by Jones. Morgan, over to Scott. Scott looks for three. He's off. The rebound goes out to Brown. Brown's got it. Brown, guarded by Scott. Brown in the paint. Flips it out to Jones. 15 on 15, guarded by Micah Morgan. Flips it out to Alex Bird, who floats it in. 9-4 the lead. As Caleb Gray has possession. Over to Scott. Kara Scott wears the number 2 for the Cards, a 5'11" first year from Odenton by way of Arundel High School. As Cam Sampson 6-3, so 2 threes made here in the first 4 minutes for the Cardinals. Sampson, 6'1" first year from Richmond, Virginia by way of Thomas Jefferson. And stolen away again by Catonsville as Kara Scott lays it up and in, 14-4. Advantage for the Cardinals. Sloppy passing so far by the Trojans has led to costly turnovers. Just what TJ Prelude hoped for in the opening 4 minutes of this game, and it's swatted away by Lance Porter as that ball went out of bounds.
Possession,
Allegany with possession. Some substitutions for the Trojans. Checking into the game will be 6'3" sophomore Justin Turner, who hails from Owings Mills, Maryland, by way of Lansdowne High School, as well as number 11, Daniel Wayate. Wayate, a 6'4" first year from Cumberland, Maryland. As Lance Porter has possession, shoots a 3. He's just misses as Wiggins comes fresh off the bench, scoops it up, can't get it to go. As Wayate has possession. Wayate over to Turner. Turner steps up for the 3, can't get that one to go. Lance Porter with the rebound. Porter out to Scott. Scott sees Morgan to his left. Back to Scott in the painted area. Scott sees Wiggins. Wiggins gets the foul as Caden Chorpenning goes to the deck. Caden Chorpenning, a 6'3" first year from Cumberland, Maryland by way of Allegany. Wiggins, a 27% free throw shooter, misses the first one. Wiggins, a 6'9" first year from Parkville, Maryland by way of Parkville High School. Wiggins misses a second as Sebastian Henson gets the rebound. Henson, a 6'1" first year from Lancaster, Pennsylvania by way of Manheim High School. And on the other end, Henson sinks the 3-pointer for the Trojans. Catonsville has a 14-7 lead. Scott has got it for the Cardinals. Scott guarded by Turner. Traveling violation called by Kara Scott. Jasir Vega checks into the game for the Cardinals. Vega, a 6'1" first year from York, Pennsylvania by way of York. Was able to speak with Vega earlier today. He's roommates with Cam Sampson, who wears number 12 for the Cardinals. I was speaking to him about the team dynamic, especially after that last win against CCBC Dundalk. He said they were just so fired up about that game that he says they're looking forward not only to tonight but for the rest of the season. He said they think they found their rhythm. They were able to shoot early and often, and that's what Coach Prelo sets out for his team. As Hayes misses the 3-pointer, Cam Hayes checked into the game. He's a 6'1" point guard from Baltimore by way of Archbishop Curley. It's another traveling violation called by Alex Bird. And the ball will go with Catonsville. Vega has Morgan. Micah Morgan finds Wendell Tomlin. Tomlin, a 6'7" sophomore from Richmond, Virginia by way of Churchill Academy. Tomlin spots up for 3. He's off as Wiggins goes up for the rebound, misses that one. Wiggins with his first foul. As possession arrow will go with Justin Turner and the Trojans. Turner has it. Guarded by Hayes. Turner. Oh, he was looking for Wayatse. The ball just out in front of him. Couldn't get up to it as Catonsville gets the turnover. As Hayes picked it up, flips it out to Morgan as he was falling to the ground. Morgan misses, but Tomlin right there to clean up the rebound. Morgan from the corner. He's off. Wiggins gets it. Over to Hayes for three. Cam Hayes is off. Tomlin, third time's the charm. Offensive rebound. Flips it out to Vega, who settles things down. Over to Morgan. Morgan past to Tomlin in the paint. Tomlin over to Wiggins, who tried to flush it. Just couldn't get a hand on it. Went off his chest. And possession arrow will go with the Trojans. So after all of that, Catonsville cannot get anything to go in, as Trojans will take possession. As Wayatse has it. Looks for Henson. He's got it. Henson. Pass to Turner. Foul called again. The possession arrow will go with Catonsville. Turner picks up the foul for the Trojans. Illegal screen foul called. Catonsville has possession. Tomlin over to Vega. Vega to Scott. Scott over to Tomlin. Pass to Vega. Vega over to Tomlin. Tomlin for three. He's off as Turner tried to get the rebound. Henson got it as Turner picked it up, flipped it over to Henson for three. He's off. Henson misses his second three of the game as Vega has it for the Cardinals. Flips it out to Scott. Scott in the lane. Scott weaves past Henson, lays it up and in. Karras Scott. He gets it to go, now has 6 points on the night. As Brown has it for the Trojans. Brown over to Turner in the corner. Turner for three, he's off. As Scott has it for the Cardinals. Over to Vega. Vega. Cross pass to Hayes. Hayes can't get it to go. That one's off. Last touch by Henson. So the ball will remain with Catonsville as Lewis Couch and Caden Chorpenning will check in for the Trojans. As Scott will get the inbound pass. Over to Vega. Vega to Tomlin. Back to Vega. Vega has Scott in the corner. Over to Sampson. Back to Vega. Vega. Over to Sampson, who's got it. Cam Sampson with a three-point play in the corner. Sampson goes over to 6'4" Daniel Wayate and shoots the three. On the other side, Jalen Brown loses possession. Wayate there to clean up the rebound. On the other side, Tomlin has it for the Cardinals. Cards moving quickly. Sampson spots up for another three. He has it once more. Cam Sampson with another three-pointer. Sampson with now 6 points in the last 30 seconds as Catonsville extends their lead 22-7. Back-to-back threes by Cam Sampson has his Cardinals team rolling as a jump ball foul is called. And possession goes with Catonsville. So Catonsville all over the Trojans early on. Vega's got it for the Cardinals. Vega over to Sampson for yet another three. Can't get that one to go. That one's off the backboard as Henson gets the rebound. Henson. Guarded by Morgan. Sebastian Henson. Loses possession on that one as Catonsville takes possession. As Coach Reeves does not like what he sees, calls another timeout. As mentioned, Coach Tommy Reeves, in his 12th season at the helm of the Trojans basketball team, is also the athletic director at Allegany. As Catonsville takes a 22-7 lead. As Coach Prelo and his staff talking things over, trying to figure out how they can add to this lead. Very good start by the Cardinals. Limiting Jalen Brown and others to no points so far early on here in the Manley Center. Coach Prelo has done what he talked to me about earlier today, which is limiting the offensive firepower from the Trojans. And thus far, the Trojans have been limited to only 7 points in the first 10 minutes and 30 seconds in this ballgame. As both teams come back on the court. Catonsville look to add on to their points total already. As Tomlin will get the inbound pass. Tomlin over to Scott. Scott over to Morgan. Over to Sampson, back to Morgan. Who has Tomlin to his left. Tomlin guarded by Wayatse. Over to Morgan in the paint. Morgan floats it up, doesn't go. Chorpenning with the rebound. That one's tipped to the arms of Jalen Brown. As he loses it, as Kara Scott gets it back, but they say possession will remain with Allegany. Foul is called. I believe the foul was on Kara Scott. That's Scott's first foul tonight. Caden Chorpenning will get the inbound pass as Alex Bird returns for Allegany. Caleb Gray will check back in for the Cardinals. As Brown gets it for the Trojans. Brown guarded by Scott. Whistle was blown, foul called. Foul called on Catonsville as Brown gets it for the Trojans as Bird has it over to Henson. Henson over to Chorpenning for three. Chorpenning's off. Morgan has it for the Cardinals. Morgan, a cross pass to Sampson. Sampson over to Morgan. Morgan heaves it back to Sampson. Sampson over to Gray. Has Morgan outright. Sampson. He's got it. Over to Morgan. Morgan in the paint, flips it out to Sampson. Sampson floats it up. It's off. Gets his own rebound. So he tried to go up for it, but just stepped out of bounds, and the ball went in and out of his hands. As Chorpenning will get possession for the Trojans. Henson has it for the Trojans. Over to Brown, who's guarded by Scott. Really good offensive possession for the Cardinals, but they just couldn't finish it. As the ball went out of bounds there. As Alex Bird has it for the Trojans. Over to Couch. Flips it out to Henson for three in the corner. He's got it.
3-point, Allegany basket number 12.
Sebastian Henson now has 6 points on the night as Porter gets it for the Cardinals, goes to the rack and slams it home. Lance Porter with a left-handed slam. As Allegany has it. Bird for three. Bird's off. Morgan in the lane. To the rack. Lays it up and in. Micah Morgan. 4 points on the night. Lance Porter with that monstrous left-handed slam. Catonsville has a 26-10 lead. As Chorpenning tries to do what Lance Porter did momentarily. And he couldn't get it to go. As Bird has it. Over to Brown. Brown guarded by Morgan. Brown can't finish. Rebound by Couch. Turned over by Scott. Allegany, once again, as mentioned before, they're getting good looks, good shots, just can't finish. As Catonsville is clicking on all cylinders tonight. They have a 28-12 lead. As Micah Morgan lays it up and in. Now 8 points on the night for him. As Brown has it for the Trojans. Over to Henson for three. He's off. Rebound by Hayes. Hayes in the paint. Weaves past Henson, who lays it up and in, and Henson goes down hard. He's still on the floor. Sebastian Henson. Things are not looking good as he's rolling around in pain. Athletic trainer comes in to check on him. As the whistle is blown, the trainer goes to check on him. Looks like Henson's left knee was already in a brace as that knee hit the court first as he rolled over as that ball was going out of bounds. We hope he is okay. Henson, averaging 12.7 points on the season, a 33% three-point shooter and a 60% free throw shooter. Henson does get up, hobbling off. It's glad to see him get up. He took a hard hit on that left knee. Henson, a 6'1" first year from Lancaster, Pennsylvania by way of Manheim. Henson has a three-pointer already tonight. It's not what the Trojans want early on here, as they're already down 30-12. But Justin Turner will come in to replace Sebastian Henson as a full team substitution. Checks in for the Trojans as Brown has it. Over to Bird, who lays it up and in. As Vega tried to get it, but the ball went out of bounds. So whistle was blown. As Turner will go back, get the inbound pass. Ref is asking to restart the game clock. Game clock is 5:32. Should be set at 5:35. As the clock is reset, and we're back to play. Catonsville with a 30-14 lead early on here in the Manley Center. As Brown gets it. Brown guarded by Scott. Jalen Brown still has possession over to Bird. Bird guarded by Porter. Bird puts it up and in. He floats it in. Alex Bird 6 points on the night for Bird, as Gray has it for the Cardinals. As Scott gets it back to Gray in the corner, Gray's off. Gray has it still. That one's off, went out of bounds. I think. So Gray was able to get it off before it went out of bounds. Jones with the foul. That was Jones' first foul of the night. Gabriel Jones, a 6'2", first year from Stafford, Virginia, by way of Archbishop Carroll. As Kara Scott gets the bucket to go, extends the lead 32-16. As Turner has it, flips it out. He flipped it out to Jones momentarily, who had that basket missed. Wayatse with the foul. As Scott gets the basket to go. Scott now has 8 points on the night. Catonsville really good off the inbound pass, especially when they're underneath the basket. They just lay it up and in. And shot goes in for the Cardinals as they keep playing with a 34-16 lead. As Vega has it for the Cardinals, over to Scott, over to Morgan, who takes a shove from Jones, flips it out to Gray, over to Vega. Vega stops and pops, gets it to go. Jaisir Vega, first points for him on the night. They take a 36-16 lead. Catonsville doing a great job defensively, forcing a lot of turnovers and a lot of missed opportunities for the Trojans. As Bird gets it to go, plus the foul. So Alex Bird will go to the free throw line. And Bird is a 81% free throw shooter on the season. Alex Bird, a 6'6" first year from Silver Spring, Maryland, by way of Mount Zion Prep. Foul called on Lance Porter. It's Porter's first of the game. Third team foul for the Cardinals. Bird completes the three-point play. As Kara Scott has it, over to Vega, flips it out to Tomlin. Back to Sampson, over to Vega. Over to Scott. Scott for three, he gets it to go. Kara Scott, the first three-pointer of the night. Now has 11 points on the night. As Trojans have possession, Bird has got it. Bird guarded by Tomlin. Flips it out to Turner. In the paint, foul was called.
Foul number 24,
Vega on that foul. It's his first foul. As Lewis Couch will head to the free throw line. Couch misses the first one. Couch gets his first, looking for his first points of the game. Misses both free throws. As Scott off and running for Catonsville, flipped it out to Wiggins, who just stepped out of bounds. Mike Wiggins didn't know where he was on the court. Stepped out of bounds. Possession arrow goes with the Trojans. Catonsville still with a 39-19 lead here. Just over 2.5 minutes to go inside the Manley Center. as Brown has it for the Trojans. Over to Bird. Bird, guarded by Tomlin. Bird goes to the rack. He's fouled. Alex Bird was fouled by Wendell Tomlin.
Catonsville foul number 10, Mike Wiggins, the second, team's fifth. Bird shoots 2.
As Bird will go to the line. Bird gets the first.
The first, shoots 1 more.
And Bird will shoot 1 more. He's got it. That foul was actually called on Mike Wiggins. Both Wiggins and Tomlin were guarding Couch. It was Wiggins with the foul, but on the other end, Bird puts it up. As Couch gets the rebound. Couch tries to put it up. Is off again. As third time's the charm as Brown gets it. Puts it in the basket. Coach Prelo calls a timeout. 39-23 lead. 1 minute and 57 seconds left in the first half inside the Manley Center. Catonsville has struggled from the strike tonight. Is 0 of 2 from the free throw line. As Catonsville has really watched their film and done their homework on the Trojans coming into this contest. Coach Prelo said this one isn't going to be easy. After seeing what Allegany did to Garrett College earlier in the season, and to see how difficult it was to remain in pace with Potomac State last Saturday. But as we head into halftime, Catonsville, there's 2 minutes left to play in the first half, but as halftime is just 2 minutes away, Catonsville has done a great job offensively and defensively, both sides of the ball, slowing the Trojans down, just limiting them to 23 points of offense so far. As Scott has it in the paint, flips it out to Tomlin for 3. Wendell Tomlin's off. Bird gets the rebound. As Turner gets it over to Brown, lays it up, he's off. This rebound stolen away by Micah Morgan. A little too much for Morgan as that one goes out of bounds. Catonsville will remain with possession. Morgan's got the inbound pass over to Hayes. Hayes floats it up, doesn't go. As Brown gets the rebound for the Trojans. Jalen Brown goes up for it, doesn't get it. Alex Bird with the rebound, he's off. Micah Morgan with the rebound for the Cardinals. Looking to settle things down as he's guarded by Brown. There's a foul called. Foul on Jalen Brown. That'll be his first. Catonsville has possession, just under a minute to go here inside the Manley Center. Porter flips it up, doesn't go as Scott loses possession. As Jalen Brown slows things down, flips it out to Bird. Bird over to Turner. Turner guarded by Morgan. Over to Bird, who floats it in. Alex Bird with a three-pointer. That finish was perfect by Alex Bird. As Catonsville's got possession, Scott Flipped it out to Morgan. Just 12 seconds left. Morgan is going to settle things down. Just let time expire. So he'll find Tomlin, who shoots the three. He's off. And as time expires in the first half, the score is 39-26. Catonsville leads as we head into halftime. We'll take a look at stats for both squads. Start off with scoring leader for the Trojans, Alex Bird with 16 points. On the other side, Kara Scott leads with 11. Catonsville has taken a commanding 13 lead into the locker room at half, in part being that they jumped all over the Trojans early on, and that's what Coach Prila wanted his team to do. And by limiting the Trojans' offensive possessions, they have been able to take a 13-point lead into the half and have led basically the whole game. I said other than when Allegany scored the first 2 points of the game, Catonsville has been all over them. They've done a great job reading both sides of the ball, but more defensively. And as Catonsville takes a 39-26 lead into half, we'll be right back in approximately 15 minutes on CCBC Catonsville YouTube channel. Welcome back into the broadcast booth. I'm Cam Crossett. The second half is just upon us here in the Manley Center. We'll take a look at stats one more time as the Catonsville has a 39-26 lead. The Trojans are 10 of 32 from field goals, 31% field goal percentage. They're 3 of 15 from threes and 3 of 5 from free throws. Free throws made, the three-pointers made by Henson before he went out with that knee injury. He is questionable to return with a left knee contusion, as told to me by head coach Tommy Reams at halftime. Henson questionable to return with that knee injury, but on the other side, Catonsville, everything's going right for them. It's a 39-point first half scored by the Cardinals, as they have to keep doing what they've been doing. Keep themselves out of foul trouble and keep the scoring low for the Trojans. They will escape the Manley Center with the victory if they can do that. We appreciate you watching us on a Wednesday night, as second half is just upon us, as Chor Penning will get the possession for the Trojans. As Brown has it over to Couch. Went out of bounds. Once again, the offensive struggles continue for the Trojans. Turnover. Possession arrow goes to the Cardinals. Micah Morgan gets it. Morgan over to Scott. He's off. Couch gets it over to Jones. Jones guarded by Scott. Gabe Jones over to Chor Penning. Chor Penning guarded by Sampson. Chor Penning in the lane, puts it up, puts it home. Caden Chor Penning now 4 points on the night. Micah Morgan has it for the Cardinals. Over to Kara Scott, over to Sampson. Sampson over to Porter for three. Lance Porter sinks it. Lance Porter with the opening three-pointer to start the second half here in the Manley Center. Catonsville takes a 42-28 lead. Able to catch up with Coach Prelo in halftime as Jalen Brown misses that jumper. He's very pleased with his team. Hopes to continue the first half performance in the second. As Morgan over to Porter for three. Porter's off. Morgan gets the rebound. Over to Scott, who thought about the three. Past Chor Penning, goes to the rack, puts it in. Kara Scott now with 13 points on the night. As Brown over to Bird. Bird back to Brown. Brown over to Chor Penning. Chor Penning weaves in the painted area. Puts it up, doesn't go. As Brown gets the rebound, so he floats it in. Micah Morgan was looking for a foul as he says he was dragged down by Jalen Brown. Porter has possession for the Cardinals. Porter weaving past Bird. Porter over to Sampson for three. Cam Sampson off. Caden Chor Penning with the rebound. Chor Penning over to Bird. As Catonsville looking for a full substitution after the whistle. As Bird has it. Bird is fouled as he'll go to the line. So here comes a full team substitution for the Cardinals. Checking into the game will be Dorian Hall, number 30. Who's a 6'5" first year from Hyattsville, Maryland, by way of Shabbat Christian Academy. As Brown with the inbound pass. Perfectly placed to Couch. Puts it up, doesn't go in though, as Vega has the rebound. took too many steps, and Vega's called for a travel. As Chorpenning gets the inbound pass. So Alex Bird was a beneficiary of that foul, but he did not have to go to the free throw line because it was not an intentional foul. As Brown gets it for the Trojans. Brown in and out. As Wiggins had possession, but it went out of bounds.
Out of bounds, possession Allegany.
Allegany retains possession. So that ball went in and out of the hands of Mike Wiggins. As Brown has possession for the Trojans. Over to Jones. Jones weaves past Dorian Hall. Nice move, lays it up and in. Went behind the back of Dorian Hall and put the ball in the basket. As Alex Bird stole it away from Vega, but he couldn't get it to go. Wide open layup, missed Alex Bird. As Catonsville has possession, Dorian Hall goes right to the rack. He finds Wiggins. Wiggins loses possession. As Catonsville will get possession, Wiggins just lost that basketball. Dorian Hall was moving a little bit too quickly for Wiggins. Wiggins couldn't get that pass settled down in time and into the basket. But meanwhile, Hayes tried to flip it up and in, but it didn't go. As Brown with the rebound, flips it out to Jones for three. Jones is off. As Wiggins with the rebound. Wiggins over to Hayes. Hayes finds Vega, who finds Tomlin in the corner. He's off. Rebound from Wiggins. Catonsville doing a great job rebounding this game. As Hayes gets possession. Over to Hall. Over to Wiggins. Hayes sets for three. Cam Hayes is off. His rebound, Jalen Brown just tipped it to himself for the rebound. As Brown flips it out to Bird. Bird was looking for Chorpenning. Turned over yet again by Catonsville. As Wendell Tomlin floats it in. As 12 turnovers now for Allegany. And a total of 28 rebounds for the Cardinals. 8 rebounds. 8 offensive rebounds, for Catonsville to Allegany 6. The Trojans have been very sloppy with the basketball tonight. Total of 12 turnovers has led to a lot of costly errors by the Trojans. As for Catonsville, they've only had 8 turnovers, but when they're under the basket, they struggle to keep possession of the basketball. Mike Wiggins is one player that unfortunately has lost possession of the ball a few times tonight. He just has to settle it down before putting it in the basket. But Catonsville still has a 46-32 lead. Just 15 minutes to go in the second half as Jalen Brown has it for the Trojans. Brown guarded by Hayes. Brown falls down as he was looking for Chorpenning. Then a kicked ball violation called by the referee. I believe that was Chorpenning on the foul there. Possession will remain with Allegany. As Wayate checks back into the game for Allegany. He has Gabe Jones to his left. Over to Lewis Couch. Foul called on Dorian Hall.
Technical foul number 1, Wendell Tomlin, his first, team second.
As Brown gets it over to Chorpenning for three. Caden Chorpenning's off. Vega with the rebound. Vega pass to Tomlin. Tomlin back to Vega. Vega over to Hayes. Spins in the paint, goes up and under, gets it to go. Cam Hayes musters his way to the rack and gets the foul called. As Cam Hayes will go to the free throw line.
Gabriel Jones, his second. Team's first.
As Gabe Jones picks up the foul, his second of the game. Hayes completes the three-point play. Catonsville with the 49-32 lead. As Dorian Hall has it for the Cardinals, spots up for three. He's off. Wayate tried to get the rebound, just couldn't as Hayes gets it, throws it back into play. As a foul was called, he's looking for Wendell Tomlin.
Allegany foul number 14, Lewis Couch.
Lewis Couch with the foul.
Second.
He got Tomlin on the left arm as he was going up as Tomlin goes to the free throw line.
Tomlin makes the first free throw for Catonsville.
Tomlin will get the first one, shoot one more for the Cards. Tomlin, a 6'7" sophomore from Richmond, Virginia by way of Churchill Academy. Tomlin gets the second to go.
Free throws for Catonsville.
As Brown has it for the Trojans. Over to Turner. Short petting for three. He's off. Turner tried to get the rebound, but it went in and out of his hands. Foul called, though, in the process.
Catonsville foul number 10.
Foul called by what? Called on Mike Wiggins. That's his third. As Justin Turner goes to the line for two. Turner, a 6'3" sophomore from Owings Mills, Maryland, by way of Lansdowne.
Turner makes the first, shoots one more.
As he gets his first free throw of the night and his first points of the night. So Justin Turner on the board as he gets
Both free throws for
hits both free throws. Is a 51-34 lead for Catonsville. Vega has it now. Over to Tomlin. Tomlin fouled by Wayate.
Allegany foul number 11, Daniel Lynette, his third.
Wayate,
Team's third.
his third foul of the night. As Tomlin has the inbound pass to Vega. Over to Mike Wiggins. Over to Tomlin, goes right to the rack. Just missed a wide open floater. As Chorpetting gets it. Misses. As Hayes gets it over to Tomlin for three. Wendell Tomlin off. Wayate with the rebound. Wayate in a battle with Wiggins under the basket. That's 6'4" on 6'9" under the basket. As Wayate wins the jump ball battle. Catonsville will get possession. As Hayes for three is off. As Brown has it for the Trojans. Brown musters his way in. Elbows Scott on his way up. Scott reaches back for the foul. So Kara Scott tagged with that foul.
Number 11, Lance Porter, his second. Team's fourth.
Jalen Brown will go to the free throw line.
Brown makes the first, shoots one more.
Gets the first one to go. He gets the second one. As Morgan has it for the Cardinals. Morgan out right to Gray. Over to Sampson, cross pass to Scott. Scott over to Caleb Gray. Gray for three is off. Allegany with the rebound. Jalen Brown gets it, flips it out to Jones, who has Lewis Couch all alone under the basket, who's fouled as he goes up by Micah Morgan.
Gainesville foul number 15, Michael Morgan.
Lewis Couch
Team's
will
fifth.
go to the free throw line. Looking for his first points of the night. This is Allegany's 8th free throw of the night.
Couch makes the first shoot 1 1.
Couch gets the first free throw to go. He gets the second, so Lewis Couch is on the board with 2 points as both free throws go in. Morgan has it for the Cardinals. Morgan weaves inside, floats it in. Micah Morgan with the left hand. Jalen Brown has it over to Alex Bird. Has Gabe Jones in the corner for three. He's got it. 3-pointer by Jones, and Coach Reeves will call a timeout.
Allegany, 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout taken by Coach Reeves. Both teams come out of the timeout. Coach Reeves trying to settle his team down, see how they can get back in it. Trailing by 12, just over 12 minutes to play here in the second half. On the other side for Coach Prelo, talking things over with his team, trying to have a game plan in place for if the run comes for Allegany. As Morgan has the ball. Flips it over to Sampson. Over to Porter. Over to Hayes. Hayes. Spin in the paint. Over to Caleb Gray for three. Caleb Gray sinks the three-pointer. It's now 6 points on the night. His second three-pointer of the game. Had one earlier in the first half. Caleb Gray, a sophomore from Washington, D.C. As Jones has it for the Trojans. Jones, guarded by Hayes. Foul is called on Hayes. Hayes doesn't like it, neither does Coach Prelo.
Gainesville foul number 5, Cameron Hayes, his first.
Cam Hayes with the foul. Hayes is first. Meanwhile, Jalen Brown puts it up and in. As he was falling down. Gets the floater to go. As Cam Hayes gets it over to Micah Morgan. Morgan behind the back. Flips it out to Hayes for three. Cam Hayes in and out. Lewis Couch with the rebound. Out to Jalen Brown. Brown in the painted area finds Bird to his left. Bird is fouled on that one by Caleb Gray.
Gainesville foul number 3, Caleb Gray, his second.
That's Gray's second foul of the game. Caleb Gray got Bird on the left arm as he was going up for that jump shot. Bird is off on that free throw. Bird makes the second.
Bird makes 1 out of 2 for.
So Bird now has 17 points on the night. Tomlin has it for Catonsville over to Hayes. Back to Lance Porter for three. Lance Porter with the three-pointer in the corner as Gabe Jones tries for Allegany. He's off. This ball stolen away by Porter. Porter has Brown in front. Porter to the rack, lays it up and in. Lance Porter gets the Cardinals a 61-44 lead. As Brown over to Jones, was fouled, sends Cam Hayes to the court. Hayes picks up his second foul. As Gabe Jones will head to the free throw line. Jones already has 5 points on the night. This will be Allegany's 11th free throw of the evening. Jones misses it. Wiggins with the rebound. Over to Porter. Porter over to Morgan. Morgan in the paint. Can't get it to go. Wiggins cleans up the rebound, puts it home. Mike Wiggins. It is his first points of the game, now has 2. It's Justin Turner on the other end. Flips it over to Couch. Couch goes up and under for the basket. Gets it to go. Cross pass to Mike Wiggins. He tried to slam it home. Missed that one. Mike Wiggins with a missed slam dunk. As Alex Bird tried to do the same on the other side. That one was off. As Wiggins had a great look, he just couldn't finish. So Morgan has it for the Cardinals, flips it out to Hayes. Hayes went up for it, can't get it to go. He collided with Jalen Brown, who's grabbing at his left knee. That ball went out of bounds. Jalen Brown in some pain. There's a substitution for the for the Trojans. Wayate checks in. As Vega has it over to Tomlin. Tomlin can't get it. Wayate keeps the ball in bounds. As Turner has it for the Trojans. Turner puts it up, gets his own miss, puts it back in the basket and gets it to go. 63-48 lead for the Cardinals. As Vega has it for the Cardinals, over to Porter. Porter stolen away by Wayate. Wayate over to Jones. Jones puts it up, Wayate with the rebound. Wayate gets it to go. Wayate gets the rebound on the third chance for the Trojans as Coach Pilo will talk things over with his team. They have a 63-50 lead, just over 8 minutes to go here in the Manley Center. As Coach Prillo called timeout, tried to calm his team down, as Allegany has made this a 13-point ball game. They're trailing as much as 21 at the start of the second half. At one point, this was a 36-15 ball game. Early on in the game, that was when Catonsville had the earliest lead. And now they have a 63-50 advantage. There's 8 minutes to go here in the second half. We will have our sophomore day and our next game against Prince George Community College. As 5 sophomores will be honored on the men's team. take on rival Prince George Community College. Checking into the game will be Dorian Hall, and making his first appearance tonight, number 25, Hooker Jones. Jones, a 6'5", first year from Upper Marlboro, Maryland, by way of Frederick Douglass.
Out of bounds, possession, Allegany.
This is Jones' 7th game of the season. Still looking for his first points of the season. Hopefully we'll get it tonight. As Brown has it, flipped it out to Turner, back to Brown. Still a 13-point lead for the Cardinals. Brown was looking for Jones,
Out of bounds, possession, Allegany.
as it was last touched by Vega. Brown has it over to Bird, back to Brown. Over to Turner for 3, he's got it. Justin Turner with a 3-pointer.
Allegany basket number 10.
Now has 5 points on the night. Sampson was looking for Hall, but it was stolen away as Brown goes to the rack, lays it up and in. And it goes in. It is now an 8-point game, 63-55. Allegany had a 5-0 run, just over 7 minutes to play here in the second half. As Morgan has it over to Vega. Back to Morgan, who goes between 2 defenders. The foul is called.
Allegany foul number 11. Daniel Wade
Wade says fouled.
team's fourth.
That is his 4th foul.
Lewis Couch for
Lewis Couch will check back into the game for the Trojans. As Vega gets the inbound pass. We'll finish off on the story I had with him this morning, the conversation I had with him this morning. Told me that last game against Dundalk, that was a team win, and that really kept the team together. He said they all celebrated after that game over at Vega and Sampson's house. So they all played a little Xbox after the game. And that was a great team bonding event for the squad as they get the big win over the rivals last Friday night.
player control foul on Catonsville number 25, Booker Jones. His first team's name.
As Justin Turner has it for the Trojans, over to Jones. Back to Turner for 3, he's off. Race to the rebound. As Gabe Jones tipped it, went right to the arms of Booker Jones, who passed it over to Sampson for 3, who's off. Meanwhile, Allegany has possession. Allegany's got it. Brown went up to the rack, came down hard as a foul was called. So we'll have a substitution. Caden Chorpenning checking into the game. As Brown
Catonsville foul number 15.
will go to the free throw line as Micah Morgan
Team's 10.
picks up his 2nd foul. Jalen Brown already has 10 points on the night. His 3rd trip to the line. That one went in and out.
Brown shoots one more.
Brown will shoot one more as Tomlin and Cam Hayes check back into the game. So he gets the 2nd to go. As Vega has it over to Morgan. Back to Sampson. Sampson guarded by Jones. Over to Vega. Over to Morgan in the corner. Morgan slips, still has possession. Ball just got out of his hands. as Brown has a turnover for Allegany, flips it out to Lewis Couch, puts it home. This is now a 5-point ball game all of a sudden as Allegany on an 8-0 run. Vega spins behind the defender, lays it up and in. Nice play, Jasir Vega. Has the awareness to spin around the defender and lay it up and in. Alex Bird on the possession for the Trojans went up for it and is fouled. Alex Bird goes to the free throw line. He gets the first. Bird misses a second. It's a 65-59 lead for the Cardinals. Just over 6 minutes to play here. As Vega loses possession. As Brown gets the turnover, flips it over to Justin Turner, who lays it up. And this is just a 4-point game. Coach Prelo going to talk things over with his team as he calls a timeout. Things are beginning to unravel for the Cardinals. As now Catonsville just has a 4-point lead. Just under 6 minutes to play here inside the Manley Center. Allegany has come all the way back. They now have an 11-0 run heading into the timeout. This is what Allegany does. They get down quick. They find ways to get back into the game, and they make it close towards the end. That's exactly what they're doing tonight. Coach Prelo has drawn up a game plan to have his team shoot a few more baskets so they can pad the lead, so they don't have to worry about falling behind or keeping this thing close. As Coach Prelo talked to me earlier, he doesn't like to play that way. He likes to have a big lead and a big advantage as late in the game as possible, so he doesn't have to get into these stressful situations where he has to worry about who to put onto the court and when and what time. Coach Reams does an excellent job with this program and with this university's athletic department, is being appointed to the athletic director position just a few years back in his 12th season as the Trojans head coach. Catonsville gets possession. Cam Sampson will get the inbound pass. Sampson's got it. He's guarded by Jones. Over to Tomlin. Tomlin guarded by Couch. Over to Hayes. Hayes pass to Sampson. Pass to Vega. Vega over to Morgan. Shot clock's at 4. Morgan gets it swatted away by Couch as the ball goes out of bounds.
Out of bounds, possession, Catonsville.
The possession will remain with Catonsville as last touch by Couch. As Cam Hayes gets it for the Cardinals, puts it up with just 1 second on the shot clock and he misses. The shot clock violation is called. That was a tough angle. He couldn't get that one to go down as Turner gets the ball for the Trojans. As Turner's guarded by Hayes. Over to Jones. Back to Couch, who has Turner in the corner. Turner fighting for the rebound with Hayes. They say it's off of Hayes. Hayes doesn't like it. Allegany bench loves it as they will retain possession, but it appears appears to us up here in the booth that the ball did indeed go off of Allegany. The refs think otherwise. As Turner spots up for the three, can't get it to go as Gabe Jones is there with the rebound. Over to Couch. Over to Turner. Jalen Brown has it. Brown over to Jones for three. And Gabe Jones gets the three to go. Just a 1-point game. Trojans out with a 14-0 lead. Trojans a 14-0 run as a foul is called. Trojans have come all the way back, trailing by 20 at 1 point. It's cut this lead just to 1. As Morgan will head to the free throw line. Morgan gets the first. Morgan has 9 points on the night. This is Catonsville's 5th trip to the free throw line tonight. Morgan gets the second, and Morgan gets them both. Has a 3-point lead for the Cardinals. Trying to hold on in the final minutes here in the Manley Center. As Bird spots up for the three, he's off Scott, flips it out to Porter. He has Brown in front, over to Scott, behind the back, floats it. Kara Scott, what a play, what a finish. As Brown the other way, just loses the ball. Turnover, Kara Scott. Flipped it over Bird's head. Had Porter out in front, lost possession. As Porter was fouled, and Lance Porter will go to the free throw line.
Allegany foul number 10, Justin Turner.
Turner with the second foul. As Porter will get the first one to go. Lance Porter with a 70-60, makes it a 70-64 lead. Porter with 13 points on the night. Porter's got the second. As the ball's back in the Trojans' hands, Turner, guarded by Porter, stops. He has Bird to his right. Bird over to Brown. Brown pushed a little by Scott, retains possession. Over to Turner. Turner in the painted area, stolen away by Porter. Porter off and running. He's got Scott to his left, he will use him. Scott floats it up and in. Timeout called by Coach Reams. Gonna talk things over. After they had a 14-0 run, Catonsville, they have an 8-0 run of their own, have a 73-64 lead, just under 4 minutes to play here inside the Manley Center. Full timeout taken by Coach Reams. He's going to talk things over, as his team has done a tremendous job of fighting all the way back in the second half, but is slowly losing steam as it's just under 4 minutes to play in the second half. Alex Bird leads with 18 points. And on the other side, Kara Scott leads with 17 points. Looking to get both of those players going in the final minutes here in the Manley Center. Both teams take the court. Take the court coming out of the timeout. Both teams.
Allegany ball after the timeout.
We'll see what they can do here in the final 4 minutes as Caden Charpenning, has it for the Trojans, flips it out to Jalen Brown. Brown over to Scott. Stolen away by Morgan. Puts his left hand on it. Floats it up and in. He can't get it to go. The ball goes in. It goes out. Scott had it. There's a foul called, so Kara Scott will head to the line.
Allegany foul number 10, Justin
Turner.
His third. Team's ninth.
Third foul of the game for Turner. This sloppy ball handling by the Trojans leads to that turnover. Scott gets it to go.
Scott makes the front end 1-1, now shoots the bonus.
Now has 18 points on the night. Scott gets both to go. 75-64 the lead. Short Penning has it for the Trojans. Over to Turner, who almost lost it again. Morgan, with great defensive positioning, flips it out to Bird at the last second. Bird floats it. Alex Bird, he gets the basket to go and cuts the lead to 75-66. Bird now has 20 points on the night. As Porter has a travel, is unhappy with himself. As Caden Shortpenning was looking for a technical, as he bounced the ball just in front of him. Shortpenning will take a seat. Justin Turner will get possession for the Trojans. He has Gabe Jones to his left. Jones, guarded by Porter. Jones over to Turner. Turner guarded by Morgan. Turner in the painted area. Flips it out to Bird. Bird finds Wayate. Wayate stolen away by Tomlin. Tomlin off and running. Wendell Tomlin to the rack. He lays it up and in. Nice play by Wendell Tomlin. As he read Wayate's offensive read to perfection and stole it away from him at a perfect time. And he laid it up and in. And on the other side, both Turner and Porter will hit the deck as Turner comes up a little slow. Some confusion down on the court. They're calling for a towel. To wipe off the court as play resumes. Just over 2 minutes left in the second half. So ref trying to wipe up the court to the best of his ability. As the line judge takes the towel away from him. Cleans up the rest. As Turner is at the free throw line and is ready to shoot two. Justin Turner, 7 points on the night. This is the Trojans' 13th time at the free throw line tonight. Gets the second to go as Morgan has possession. This is just a 10-point ball game. Just 2 minutes left to go here in the Manley Center. As Kara Scott, nice pass. He has Sampson, who missed the three. As Brown has it for the Trojans. Brown. Over to Wayate, just couldn't handle it. As the ball goes out of bounds. Catonsville will remain with possession. Morgan has it. Over to Scott. Over to Tomlin. Back to Scott. Scott has Sampson out to his left. Sampson guarded by Brown. Sampson is fouled by Jalen Brown on the reach-in. This is Brown's second foul of the night.
Jalen Brown, his second, team's 10.
Cam Sampson will head to the line. Sampson with 11 points on the night. A 77% free throw shooter on the season. It's the first one to go. Sampson can't get the second to go. As Bird in the painted area gets it to go, plus the foul. Alex Bird. Tomlin picks up that foul, his third. As Bird limps to the free throw line. As a substitution for the Trojans, checking in will be number 15, Gabe Jones. As Bird makes the three-point play. Trojans will take a timeout. Score is 78-70. Just a minute and 26 seconds left in this game. As Coach Prelo and his team has done a great job tonight defending the basketball tremendously in both his offensive scoring. As the Trojans come out of the timeout, trailing by 8. It's been a back and forth ball game in terms of scoring runs for both teams. Coming out of the half, Allegany came out with a 14-0 run. It was halted previously by Catonsville, and then they went on an 8-0 run. So the scoring droughts for both teams is evident in this game. As we have just over a minute to play here in the second half. As Morgan has it over to Tomlin, over to Gray. Gray over to Morgan. Morgan's got it. Morgan, wide open pass to Cam Sampson, who is sitting all alone under the basket. Brown had it. The kicked ball by Kara Scott, but possession will remain with Catonsville, as Jalen Brown was too pleased with that call. Morgan has it over to Scott. Morgan still with possession. Over to Kara Scott. As Micah Morgan flips it out to Wendell Tomlin, guarded by Jones. Tomlin is fouled. Jones got him on the left hand.
Allegany foul number 2, Jalen Brown, his third.
Tomlin goes to the free throw line with 6 points on the night. Tomlin gets the first.
Tomlin makes the first, shoots one more.
Tomlin gets the second.
Tomlin makes both free throws for
So Wendell Tomlin makes both free throws as Allegany has possession. Just under 40 seconds to play, trailing by 12. Jones for three. He's got it. This is now a 9-point game, 82-73 with just under 30 seconds to go. Caleb Gray finds Sampson all alone. It was swatted away by Wayatse. As Jones has it, flips it out to Brown. Stop and pop, lays it up, lays it in. Jalen Brown with the basket. Just under 20 seconds to play. The foul is called by Gabe Jones. He'll send the Cardinals back to the free throw line. This is Jones' fifth foul of the game, so he has fouled out with 11 points on the night. So Jones will take a seat with 17 seconds left. And Caden Chorpenning will come back out to the court as Mike Morgan makes the first free throw. Morgan gets the second to go. Alex Bird with possession for the Trojans, just 10 seconds to go. Wayatse heaves it up, doesn't go. Foul's called by Kara Scott as Caden Chorpenning tried to grab it from him.
Gainesville foul number 1, Wendell Tomlin, his fourth. Chorpenning shoots 2. Makes the first, shoots 1 more.
So Chorpenning gets the first one to go. Chorpenning will get the second to go. It's Micah Morgan. And the Cardinals will just dribble it out. The final whistle blows. The Catonsville gets the victory, 84-77, a huge conference victory at home. Catonsville will improve to 10-7 overall, 5-3 in conference.
Ladies at 5, gentlemen at
As
7. The gentlemen's game will also be
as Allegany drops to 8-12 on the season, and 6-6 in conference. A tough battle by the Trojans. They fall short on the road tonight inside the Manley Center. As Catonsville once again gets the 84-77 victory. We'll take a look at scoring leaders just before we wrap up here. As Alex Bird led the Trojans with 23 points. Now on the other side, Karis Scott led the Cardinals with 19 points, was a big contributor to this lead. And when they took that 8-0 run, he was a big contributor to that, scoring all 8 points in that 8-0 run. And as for the Trojans, they had a tough night from three, 7 of 27, and 16 of 23 from the free throw line. As for Catonsville, 8 of 34 from beyond the arc, and 14 of 17 at the free throw line. But they're able to get the victory tonight, 84-77. They'll take on Prince George Community College in the next game. As we'll be back here on February 11th, as the women's team will take on Bryan and Stratford at a 5 p.m. start. So just before we wrap up here, we would like to thank everyone in our broadcast team. We'll start off with Athletic Director Leslie Ray, Athletic Operations Director Casey Gronwald, and members of the scoring table, including Alpha Thame, Jaden Monroe, Bryson Preetz, Tyler Sankovich, Seth Manos, our PA announcer Richard Keller, camera operator Sarah Devilbis, Key Randolph, and our photographer Mira Jafara. From all of us here in the Manley Center, Catonsville gets the 84-77 victory. That's Cam Crossett signing off. Have a good evening.